From their early fame on Full House to their billion-dollar fashion empire, the Olsen twins have faced huge personal struggles hidden from the public eye. Discover the untold tragedy of Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen's lives and how it all went so wrong. Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen were born on June 13, 1986, in Sherman Oaks, California. They were part of a busy family with an older brother named Trent and a younger sister named Elizabeth, who would later become an actress too. Their parents, David Olsen and Jarnette, eventually got divorced in 1995, which led to them getting half-siblings. Courtney, Taylor, and Jake from their father's second marriage from a very young age. The twins' lives were anything but normal. At just 6 months old, they were cast to play Michelle Tanner on the popular ABC show Full House, the show's creator. Jeff Franklin fell in love with the twins during an open casting call, seeing how unusually comfortable they were around strangers to follow child labor laws, which said how long a child could work. Mary Kate and Ashley took turns playing Michelle, a role they kept for the show's entire 8-season run, which ended in 1995. The quick rise to fame for Mary Kate and Ashley came at a big personal cost. By the age of 3, their parents had hired Robert Thorne as their manager, and he played a huge role in creating Dual Star, an entertainment company that turned the twins into a brand. This move grew their influence beyond television to include movies, books, music, and merchandise. Amazingly, by the time they were 6, the Olsen twins had become the youngest ever producers in Hollywood. By age 10, they were self-made millionaires despite their success. The twins' childhoods were far from normal. In an honest interview with Nylon, Ashley thought back on their early years in the industry, explaining how they were deeply involved in the business. From a very young age, we have been really involved in the process from the beginning. She said even when we were just 10 years old, however, this involvement came at a price. The constant work left little room for them to simply be children. Mary Kate said similar things in a 2010 interview with Marie Claire, where she described their growing up as something she wouldn't wish on anyone she talked about. How looking at old photos made her feel disconnected from her past, comparing their experiences to being little monkey performers. The twins' super-fast rise to fame was more of an accident than a planned path. Their mother had sent a photo of the girls to a casting agency on a whim, which led to their roles on Full House. However, the journey wasn't without its struggles. John Stamos, who played Uncle Jesse on Full House, admitted that working with the twins was tough at times. He told Entertainment Weekly that their frequent crying made filming hard. At one point, the producers even replaced them. But in the end, Mary Kate and Ashley were brought back because their replacements didn't work out. The Washington Post reported that during the first season, Mary Kate did most of the filming because Ashley was too scared to be on set. Their early fame came with a dark side. The press and public attention were harsh, often forgetting the fact that they were just children. In a 1991 profile, the Washington Post's Jay Matthews mentioned his family's obsession with the Olsen twins, despite their little acting talent. This constant attention and pressure added to the twins' later struggles with their identity and mental health. The Olsen twins' story took a darker turn as they grew up under the harsh spotlight. Life after Full House wasn't just about leaving a beloved show. It was also about dealing with a family falling apart. In 1995, their parents, Dave and Jarnette Olsen, got divorced, breaking the stability the twins had known. This wasn't just any split. It happened at the same time as the end of Full House and the breakup of the very empire that had turned them into household names. Their father, Dave, had started a relationship with Mackenzie, a co-worker from his mortgage industry days. Even before he left the industry for Hollywood, this affair led to the split from Jarnette just a month after the divorce was public. Dave married Mackenzie. It was a whirlwind that divided the family. Ashley chose to skip the wedding to stay with her mom, while Mary Kate went a decision that showed a lot about the emotional divide. Dave tried to play it cool, saying the girls are fine, but Jarnette kept her feelings to herself. Despite the chaos at home, the twins tried to hold on to normal life. Mary Kate once said in a 1996 interview how they went to school, played with friends, and had sleepovers. They went to Campbell Hall Episcopal School, a private school in Studio City that encouraged curiosity and self-discovery. But let's be real, their lives were anything but normal. Their careers always came first. Imagine missing your senior prom because you had to host Saturday Night Live. That's exactly what happened. Instead of riding in limos and wearing fancy dresses, they were promoting their film New York Minute. They even joked about it in their opening speech on SNL. Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen's journey into adulthood was anything but smooth after the chaos of their parents' divorce and the pressures of fame. Things took an even darker turn. Mary Kate began to struggle with something far more serious than what the tabloids suggested in the early 2000s. Rumors began swirling about Mary Kate's health. The media was mean, using hurtful language and making light of serious issues before she turned 18. Just after her high school graduation, Mary Kate was admitted to a treatment facility for an eating disorder. Her father and therapist stepped in, fearing for her life, as one source told people they didn't want to find her dead on the floor from not eating. The twins appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show a few months later. Oprah, known for her caring interviews, missed the mark. She pushed them about the eating disorder rumors, even asking about their dress sizes. Ashley tried to change the subject politely, but Oprah kept going, making an already delicate situation worse. Mary Kate hid her struggle well, even from those close to her. Denny Gordon, the director of New York Minute, remembered having meals with her and noticing nothing wrong. Dr. Drew Pinsky, who played their dad in the movie, also failed to see any signs. This ability to hide her pain is common among those with eating disorders. In a 2008 interview with Elle, Mary Kate finally talked about her anorexia. She spoke about the difficulty of asking for help and being honest with oneself. "I do not want to go through my life with my eyes shut," she said. As Mary Kate struggled behind the scenes, the world continued to watch. Rumors of a cocaine addiction floated around, fueled by how thin she was and the hard partying image the media painted. The twins even made fun of the situation during an episode of Saturday Night Live, shouting, "You're so skinny. Eat a sandwich." But the reality was far from funny. At 17, Mary Kate had little say in her treatment. Her parents were still her legal guardians. She chose to continue outpatient treatment during her first semester at NYU. But even that plan fell apart, as if battling personal demons wasn't enough. Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen's quest for a normal life at NYU became a new battle. They had high hopes for their college experience. Starting in September 2004, the twins bought a $7.3 million West Village penthouse, which they never moved into, choosing not to live in the typical college dorm, but their dreams of higher education quickly fell apart. Reports soon came out that the twins were so over it. Mary Kate, in particular, was caught skipping classes. There was talk she might do some sort of independent study program to balance life between NYC and LA. Ultimately, Mary Kate took a break, which sparked rumors of a second round in eating disorder treatment. In reality, she already had a strong support system in place, including teams of therapists, nutritionists, and eating coaches. Ashley soon did the same. The pressures of their fame made it impossible to feel safe at school. Enter Spencer Pratt, the self-labeled villain from the hills. In 2007, he claimed he made $50,000 by selling a photo of Mary Kate drinking at a party. This betrayal started a feud, with Pratt making nasty comments about Mary Kate. It was just one example of how their every move was watched and often used for profit. Plus, they had a thriving business to run. Dropping out of NYU wasn't just about privacy, it was about survival. Their lives were a tabloid feast long before college, from their parents' divorce to their teen years. The Olsens were media darlings turned fashion icons. Despite making countless straight-to-video movies and specials, they were more famous for being famous. The public's curiosity about their every move grew more intense as they got closer to their 18th birthdays in the early 2000s. The rise of the internet brought a new level of invasion. Websites popped up with countdowns to the twins' 18th birthdays, celebrating when they became legal adults in the creepiest way possible. These sites added to the already widespread sexualization they faced. Being a child star is hard enough. Being a teenager in the public eye is a different kind of nightmare. Every choice, every behavior was watched closely and often turned into false stories. One such time involved Ashley suing the National Enquirer for $40 million over a misleading photograph and headline suggesting she had passed out from drug use. The publication later issued an apology and correction, but the damage was done. This kind of invasive attention was a constant in their lives. Ashley remembered feeling really angry and defensive when asked about their virginity by a journalist. Before they were even of age, she described it as her worst nightmare, showing how invasive their fame was. The constant attention made it hard for the twins to have any sense of normal life. Their attempts to blend into a college environment were stopped by the very fame that had brought them success, the public's fascination with their lives. Combined with the tabloid industry's endless hunger for scandal left them with little privacy. Despite these challenges, Mary Kate and Ashley continued to run their business. Empire Dual Star Entertainment Group was a major success, making movies, books, and fashion lines. But the toll of their fame was obvious. The pressure to keep up their public image while dealing with personal struggles was huge, as if their lives weren't already under a microscope. The Olsen twins' smoking habits became another source of public fascination. There was a time when Mary Kate and Ashley claimed they didn't smoke or drink in a 2003 interview with Rolling Stone. They insisted they were clean, but things changed. The switch to designer-clad cigarette breaks seemed to mark a new chapter in their lives. The media became obsessed with this habit. Maybe it was the image of the twins often seen smoking together that added to their mystery. It was one of the few glimpses the public got of their private bond. They pulled back from the spotlight, leaving us with only these snapshots. Cool, distant, and always with a cigarette in hand. Vulture's Rachel Handler captured this feeling perfectly. Wondering why photos of the Olsen twins smoking felt so calming. Life and Style took a more critical view, blaming their tired looks on smoking page 6. Even shared details about Mary Kate's wedding, where bowls and bowls filled with cigarettes were provided for guests. Their smoking habit seemed almost rebellious, a small act of defiance against the constant scrutiny. Yet it also hinted at the stress and pressure they were under. Mary Kate's commitment to the habit was so strong that she was scolded twice at an NYC Fashion Week party in 2010 for smoking indoors. The twins' addiction was clear, and they were willing to risk being professional for a moment of relief amidst the whirlwind of their public lives. Mary Kate Olsen's love life has been a topic of interest, from artist Nate Lohman to Max Winkler, the son of actor Henry Winkler, and her ex-husband Olivier Sarkozy. Mary Kate's relationships have often been under the media's watch, but one rumored romance stands out for its tragic ending. In 2008, rumors swirled about Mary Kate's relationship with actor Heath Ledger. According to people, they had been casually dating for 3 months. They weren't serious, just enjoying each other's company and sharing a mutual love for Marlboro Reds. It was a brief connection, yet deeply significant in the story of Mary Kate's life. The world was shocked when Heath Ledger was found unresponsive in his apartment. The New York Times reported that Diana Wolozin, the masseuse who discovered Ledger, made 2 phone calls to Mary Kate before calling 911 using Ledger's speed dial. Wolozin reached out to Mary Kate, who was in California at the time. Mary Kate reportedly promised to send her private security to help, showing the close bond they shared. When Ledger didn't respond, Wolozin called 911 and tried to revive him, but it was too late. Ledger's death was ruled an accidental overdose of prescription medications. The incident cast a shadow over Mary Kate, who reportedly refused to cooperate with investigators. Without immunity from future prosecution, the case was eventually dropped due to a lack of viable targets for the investigation. After dealing with the rough waters of fame and personal struggles, Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen decided to step away from the public eye. Since Mary Kate's small role in the 2011 film Beastly, the twins have become Hollywood mysteries, wrapped in oversized designer clothes and long, messy hair. They are rarely seen, Except at carefully chosen events like the Met Gala or Fashion Week, where they promote their fashion labels, the Olsen twins are now more often seen in the pages of fashion magazines than on screen. We're used to being on the other side of the camera and managing the process. So it's hard for us to do photo shoots now. Mary Kate told Net, a Porter's The Edit in 2017, their transition from acting to fashion moguls has been smooth. Yet it's clear they prefer the shadows over the spotlight. You won't find the Olsens on social media, unlike many of their Hollywood peers. Ashley mentioned in the edit that they don't dive into that world and have stayed quite sheltered. Their first public selfie taken over Sephora's Instagram to promote their brand.